If you are listening to this voice, there is a chance you may not relate to the plight of the deaf. Today, we pray and dine with Faith at her favorite church and cafe. Faith has been deaf since 7. Life after was not easy, as you may guess, but she's living it now. Come with me. Let's move on this journey together. We are at the Namirembe Cathedral worship space, dedicated to the deaf by the Church of Uganda outfit. People who belong to the deaf community in and around Kampala gather here every Sunday morning to practice their right of worship just like any other citizen. My host for the day immediately gets her hands busy. Close to 100 believers are in attendance, awaiting the priest, who is also deaf. This service follows the normal Anglican routine: offertory, testimonies, and the sermon. After winding it up, the priest catches up with the youth before Solutions Now Africa has its turn with him too.
The bishop accepted that we start a ministry here, and he gave us this place. We also have an office here. We have weekly programs like on Wednesday, Tuesday, Thursday, and also on Sunday. We have different programs. We have fellowship and guidance and counseling during the week. Different programs, really. But we thank God because we have so many deaf people here right now, and the church is growing.
There are thousands of deaf people living in the capital Kampala, but their places of worship are limited. The Anglican Church boasts of only 3 places of worship. The only other 2 are located in the outskirts of Ntinda and Makerere. This religion is estimated to have over 10 million members countrywide. Faith is not done with us yet. We are to catch a meal at her favorite hangout. On a motorbike, she directs us there, Nankulabe, in the outskirts of the Kampala city. This is Silent Cafe, for the deaf, by the deaf. Every worker here is deaf. They, however, welcome anyone with a sign language chat to help them make orders.
I love to do something that I love with passion that can change someone's life or other people's lives. So we hope that this shop successfully continues to grow to inspire other deaf persons or people with disabilities.
Senyondo set out to start the eatery with the view to promote inclusion, but he has an interesting view of what inclusion should be.
Your body is okay. You can support a person with a general impairment, and also a person with a disability can be able to help you in some way or another. That is the true inclusion. It is not that it is just one way that you are supposed to help a disabled person. No. We are supporting each other. We work together, we work together, we eat together, we benefit together. So what is that? That is inclusion. Because we people with disabilities, when we say inclusion, they think we are begging for mercy and empathy. No. It is to change the story in a positive way, where we can contribute. Everyone can contribute to the community and to the development of a nation.
As expected, such a unique shot at innovation cannot come with no challenge.
The challenge is for people who know how to read and write. I'll give you an example. See, we have this sticker note here. When you come and know how to write and read, you write for us what you need, and we can give you the menu, and you tell us exactly what you want. But we should be aware that not all people know how to read and write. When we get someone who can't read and write, that is where the challenge comes from. So we had an idea where we show people a photo or something that is visual that you can point to. In general terms, I think the impact is both ways.
I became deaf at the age of 7. Afterward, I had many challenges because I did not have someone to sponsor me in school. And now that I got into a deaf community, my life has changed and I am proud of myself. I feel good. It has really changed my life since I have where I can go and communicate with people easily.
Though deliberate efforts to include the deaf have been made in the education sector in Uganda, there is little or no evidence to show that policymakers or authorities have been intentional in facilitating comfortable social spaces. The over 1.4 million deaf people in Uganda face many challenges that include unemployment, social isolation, and public health related ones. Such innovations can only go a long way to closing the gap
for deaf persons. Now, innovation started by deaf people themselves and are owned by deaf people. This enterprise is quite important and quite wonderful because they hope to show that the world that the deaf people can do anything.
While enjoying her lunch, Kamanzi is catching up on the news that happened throughout the week. She's watching Science TV, a news channel that curates content for the deaf. Several media outlets produce content that normally leaves no room for inclusivity or inclusiveness for the deaf. For this one, she is glued.
Your sign language TV channel.
Hello everyone.
I work with one of the media houses in Uganda as a sign language interpreter. Because first of all, it's very small, and when the deaf person is trying to get the communication that I'm putting forward, it's not really clear because the box is very small. We have deaf anchors who do the news, and they anchor the news in sign language in the deaf way.
The road to leveling the playing field for people with disabilities is one we can easily talk about, but slow to make happen. Just like Senyondo mentioned, from the streets to markets to offices and homes, we live and complement each other. In everything we do or create, are you playing your part? My name is Dan Ayebale.